Hello and welcome again to our channel, Top Talks for Better Living. I'm Kokwana Elder. I hope everyone is still fine and safe at home. Guys, you remember when we started this channel, I promised that at some point we'll be talking about babies because I am a qualified midwife, nurse tutor, and qualified and experienced neonatal intensive care nurse. So I need to share this knowledge with you. So from today, we are going to kickstart talking about babies and their mothers, right? So on that note, we have got a special guest today, all the way from South Africa, Akonuk Timbavati. He is going to tell us about the transitioning period from birth to 28 days. So, welcome, Dr. Mhlanga. The stage is yours.
The birth of a child is a happy moment, particularly when the child is healthy. But the transition of a child from the life inside the womb to the life outside is fraught with dangers. And usually the first 28 days are critical in determining whether that child lives or dies. Now, one of the things that tend to happen is that people tend to be very excited about the newborn baby and they want to show off the baby to other people. And in this day and age when we've got what are called designer babies, designer clothes and everything else like that, it is often a mistake that is committed in that people then want to show the baby to everyone else. Let us remember that in the first 6 weeks, actually in the first, we would say the first 3 months of life, the newborn is protected against infection by the antibodies or the soldiers of the mother. Therefore, the mother and baby need to be together all that time. Traditionally, we know that when the child is 3 months old, the child then gets taken out of the house and then is introduced to the atmosphere outside. And this time is actually coincides with the time when the baby is actually now able to make its own antibodies and therefore now can be exposed to the world outside. So let us be very careful. Let us keep the children indoors or with the mother for as long as is possible. The second thing is the issue of breastfeeding. The child should be breastfed on demand if there is no contraindication. There is nothing like, oh, this child does not like or does not tolerate breast milk. There is no child who does not tolerate the mother's breast milk. God created it that way, and especially the first few drops or the milk that looks weakish after birth, that milk is full of antibodies that are going to protect this baby from germs that cause, for instance, running tummies, the germs that then cause things like asthma. So that milk is very rich in those antibodies. So let us encourage everyone to be breastfeeding as often as the baby requires. Remember, inside the baby did not have a clock. So you can't say, oh, well, I'll breastfeed the baby after every 2 hours or 3 hours. When the baby wants to breastfeed, give the baby the breast. There was an issue that came up a few days ago about a newly born baby, and there was a long journey that was traveled with that baby. Let us remember that as we travel, there is a change in the atmospheric pressure or the pressure inside and outside the mouth of the baby. And if the pressure is not well controlled, that baby may suffer from earache, and at worst, the eardrums may burst, and therefore you have a child who has got damaged eardrums. Often when there's change in atmospheric pressures, the children will often cry. Now, if the baby cries, it is okay. You can give the baby the breast to suck, because during that suction, the baby then starts equalizing the pressure inside the mouth and outside in the ear, on the outside part of the eardrum. Otherwise, the baby may cry, and that crying, don't get too distressed by it, because that baby is actually equalizing the pressures outside. We will talk about other things later on, but let us also be very careful. Babies do not need the Vaselines and the creams like that we buy for them, and the perfumes. The baby powder is very dangerous, especially for baby girls, because that baby powder may then go on and get inside the baby, gets onto the ovaries, and cause cancer of the ovaries in these babies. And we have seen these cancers now coming in, occurring in young people about age 20, 30, that actually you would find that those are pieces of the asbestos that is in some of the powders that then goes on and settle on the ovaries and then irritate those ovaries and then cause cancer of the ovaries. Well, have a good day. I wish you well with all the new babies that are born. Remember, breastfeed your baby, keep the baby warm but not hot, and breastfed babies are healthy babies. Thank you. Goodbye.
What a message. Don't miss these talks next time. Did you enjoy it? Stay tuned next time. Invite all the mothers and fathers and all the baby carers wherever they are. Prevention is better than cure. So knowledge is power. Stay tuned for the next baby talk next week. Subscribe to the channel and share with others. So have a blessed Sunday and bye.